it's Ken Crowther, and this is where my life started, and I thought you'd like to just see a bit of my background. This was where I was an apprentice gardener here at the Embankment Gardens. It's not run, it used to be run by the GLC in the days when I was here, and as you look down, there's the gardens, still planted up with large beds. We didn't have tree ferns in the days when I was here, and I'll just take you around. I'll show you around the corner here. We just come around here a little bit, across here. There's the embankment. You can see on the other side Festival Hall, and there used to be the yard. This was the yard where, I'll show you a peek through the window of the yard that and there's the yard that I used to work out of, and we had a bothy up the end there. That's where it all began. Look, there's a gym over there now. No, we didn't have things like that. Over there, that used to be the bandstand. Very important place. As we come down here, these are the large borders that we used to plant up as apprentices, my friend Alan and I. The lawns we used to cut, where I first learned to use a dentist mower on this very lawn. Down here, and I'll just show you a bit more of the garden before I finish. I'll just walk along here. We used to pick up the leaves, thousands of them, because you can see there's the large plane trees in the background here, and here there used to be, and there still is, a sunken garden planted up with polyanthus at this time of the year, but we used to plant it up with hyacinths as well. Very important area, and the perfume that used to give off from here was absolutely fantastic. Small cafe, now quite a large cafe, and I'll show you a little area that was quite funny. We used to use coffin barrows. We used to collect the leaves and then walk up this slope up to the top there, and that was where we used to dump our rubbish, and the leaves were put into large areas that we used to then produce leaf mould and put back in the shrubberies in 2 winters time. So I don't know where the rubbish goes now. Down here, another area planted with, looks like polyanthus again. Quite an important part of the Embankment Gardens. Grass is looking pretty rough, better when we were here as apprentices. And here you look across here, nice fountain. And this area actually has got small wallflowers in it, but again we used to plant pansies in the early spring and then replant with summer bedding a bit later on. How times have changed. We used to sweep the lawn with bees and brooms and then rake them up, and that's what we used to do. And look, there's a man with a blower. How times have changed, you see? There's loads of rubbish now. Another area over here was quite an important area of planting, and you can see there was so much planting going on in this area. There really was. And down here, I'm just going to pan around and walk back through the gardens now, because I've given you a bit of an insight into what was here and what we used to do. And farther along here, you walk out under Blackfriars Bridge and up to Temple Gardens, which was another garden that we used to look after as well. So there are. There's an insight into the early days of Ken Crowther, and you're seeing all these ideas on World Radio Gardening. And there's the back of the Savoy. So, plenty of things going on. And the fun I had working here at Embankment Gardens. Don't forget, you can always go to World Radio Gardening for tips and advice. Help us grow our YouTube channel. Just hit subscribe.